The Enchanted Forest and the Secret of the Starry Tree. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by tall, whispering trees, there lived a little girl named Ella. Ella had a big imagination and loved exploring the world around her, but there was one place she had always been curious about: the Enchanted Forest. Every evening, as the sun began to set and the stars twinkled in the sky, Ella would sit by her window and gaze at the forest. She had heard stories from her grandmother about the magical creatures that lived there: unicorns that glowed, fairies with wings that sparkled like diamonds, and a starry tree that could grant one special wish to anyone who found it. One night, as Ella was about to fall asleep, she heard a soft, shimmering sound outside her window. When she peeked out, she saw something incredible: a glow coming from deep within the forest. It was the Starry Tree. Without thinking twice, Ella grabbed her little lantern, tied her shoes, and tiptoed outside. The forest was quiet, with only the sound of the wind gently rustling the leaves. As she ventured deeper into the forest, the glow became brighter and brighter, guiding her path like a star in the sky. Suddenly, she heard a gentle voice. "Ella, where are you going so late? At night?" Ella spun around and saw a beautiful fairy floating in the air, her wings shimmering with tiny sparkles. "I'm looking for the Starry Tree," Ella said with excitement in her voice. "I've heard stories about it, and I want to see it for myself." The fairy smiled warmly. "The Starry Tree only reveals itself to those with a pure heart and a brave spirit. You must be very special, Ella." Ella's heart filled with happiness as the fairy waved her hand and a path of glowing flowers appeared before her. "Follow this path," the fairy said. "The Starry Tree awaits." Ella continued down the glowing path, her lantern lighting the way. After a few minutes, she arrived at a clearing, and there, in the center, stood the Starry Tree. It was even more beautiful than she had imagined. Its branches sparkled with thousands of stars, and its leaves shimmered like silver. The air around it was filled with a soft, magical glow, making everything feel peaceful and calm. "Wow," Ella whispered, in awe. "You're more beautiful than I ever imagined." The Starry Tree seemed to respond, its branches swaying gently in the breeze. "Ella," a soft voice echoed from the tree, "I can grant you one special wish. But first, tell me, what is your heart's greatest wish?" Ella thought for a moment. Looking at the twinkling stars above, she smiled and said, "I wish for the world to always be filled with kindness, where everyone helps each other and shares love." The Starry Tree's branches sparkled even brighter. "That is a wonderful wish, Ella. You have a kind and pure heart. Your wish is granted. But remember, the magic starts with you. Always spread kindness, and the world will shine." As the tree's magic filled the air, Ella felt a warm, gentle feeling inside her heart. She knew that from that moment on, she would share kindness everywhere she went. The fairy returned, her wings sparkling even more brightly than before. "It's time to go back now, Ella. The magic of the forest will always be with you." Ella nodded, and with the fairy's help, made her way back home. As she snuck back into her cozy bed, she looked out her window at the twinkling stars. She felt peaceful, knowing that her wish had come true, and that the magic of kindness would always live in her heart. And from that night on, every time Ella helped someone, a soft glow would appear around her, like the stars from the magical tree, reminding her that kindness was the most powerful magic of all.